Question from John. Can I pay dividends monthly? Yes, John, is a short answer. Yes, you can. Assume you're probably in your first year or maybe you haven't even started yet. There's a couple of things to be aware of. Obviously, you need to live, so you need money out of your business, and you're probably looking to do it in the most tax efficient way, salary and dividend blend. Um, there is a potential problem. If I just sort of wind back to basic dividend rule, and what is a dividend? A dividend is a distribution of post-tax profits. Now, the important part there is the post-tax part. Now, obviously, if you're in your first year, you haven't paid any tax, you don't know what necessarily your corporation tax is going to be. So, in theory, you don't have any post-tax profits, and this is where you can come unstuck. Uh, so what you need to do is keep really good records, understand what your net profit is, allocate an amount for corporation tax, 25%, 19%, or somewhere in between, whatever you think your rate is. Your accountant can help you with that. Put that to one side, and then you can assume what's left is post-tax profits available for dividend. It's a little bit tricky in your first year, depending what type of business you are. If you're consultancy with regular clients, it's not too much of a problem. But if we wind the clock back to something like COVID, where a lot of small businesses were used to taking dividends every single month based on profits generated within the year, and then everybody closed down. You've got no revenue, no business, and suddenly you go through a few months of loss making. So in that scenario, if I can try and explain this, if you've been drawing dividends based on profits for the first 6 months of the year, and then the second 6 months of the year go into loss making, you've actually now for the year got less profits than you had in the first 6 months of the year. And you may have then overdrawn your post-tax profits as dividend. So you do need to be careful. I don't want to strike fear of God into you. You can definitely draw dividends. What I suggest in your first year is just to keep it maybe to 50% of your post-tax profits, or your estimation of that figure, and let your reserves build up in the company for any down periods or unforeseen circumstances, or just in case you get your calculations wrong. In the first year, it's probably best to build up a cash reserve in any case, rather than try and be too tax efficient or draw too much. I often would recommend setting a set salary almost. Even though you're a small business owner, your business may fluctuate. If you set a minimum dividend per month that you know you're going to generate and that you can live on, well, you can always give yourself a bonus dividend at the end of the year to catch up or to pay for the extras like the holidays and things like that. Once you know the money is banked and the company can afford it. Yeah, okay. I think that's that's probably the best I can do off the top of my head. But hopefully that's been helpful.